Hi there, my name is Chris and today I'm going to show you this Seedune Smooth 5 gimbal for smartphones. But before we continue, I would really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, and after you've seen this video or some of my other videos, maybe hit the comment and maybe like some of the videos. Okay, when you buy a gimbal, most of the times you need to charge it up, and that's what we're going to do with this one. In the package it follows a mini tripod, and to make it a little easier, you mount the tripod, put it on the table, you find the USB-C cable that follows the gimbal, and on the back side here there is a little rubber flap that you need to open up, and there you can connect the USB-C cable. When the gimbal is fully charged, it's time to mount the smartphone of your choice. This gimbal can take a payload up to 300 grams. There have been some people trying 320, 330 with luck, so you just have to experiment if you have any extras, lenses or stuff that you want to try on your gimbal with the smartphone. So the way I mount the smartphone is that I don't release any of the axis, because I believe that releasing it will make it very wobbly, and in the long run, when you start doing like this, it can hurt the axis in the long run. So I keep everything locked, then I take the smartphone, and in this video I use a Galaxy S22 Ultra. The weight of this is 229 grams, so I still have some lenience up to 300 grams. So I can put on extras even with this big phone. The other thing I do is that I take off the protective cover of the phone, because in my experience, these edges here, they move around when it's mounted on the gimbal, and suddenly the gimbal is not stabilized. So you can try with your cover how it works inside the slides here. But personally, I take it off. Then another thing that's very important: never power up the gimbal before you have mounted the camera or the smartphone. This is also for camera gimbals, and the same for smartphone gimbals. Very important. So the next thing I then do is see that the camera points away from the motor, and then I just push out there. There are different ways to do it. I'm trying to show you, but if you do like this with your fingers, it's very easy, and just push it down. And make sure it's all the way down towards the motor. So then the camera, the smartphone is mounted. The next thing you do is then release the axis, and as you saw, I just push to one side and one of the axes is released, and then you take up here, you just turn like this and it's released. So these two here is the one that can hand force to open, but this one here, there is a plastic tab that you need to switch over to the side to release it. So now the gimbal is totally free. The next thing we have to do is to stabilize the phone, and as you can see, it tilts over there, so that means that we need to push it that way. Here is a wing nut or wing screw, or I don't know the name in English, but you can see this one. You open that one and you see it tilts this way, so we need to go that way. So then just push like this and just feel how the smartphone stabilizes. So here it looks okay. You just lock it, and now it's time to power it up. Let's see. Take it a little bit more. There, it looks okay. And then there is a power button on the side here. You just push that in, wait for 2-3 seconds, and you see it reacts. So now the gimbal is powered up and almost ready for use. The next step we have to do now before we can use the smartphone with the gimbal is to activate the gimbal together with the smartphone. So the thing you have to do now is to activate your Bluetooth on your smartphone. Go into the Sucami app. I can show you the app here in the side here. And you go into that app, you pick your device up on the left corner of the application, and you just follow the instructions there. I'm not going to go into that because it's very plug and play. It's very easy instructions. And when you've done that, the gimbal and your smartphone is ready to be used together. Quickly, we're going to go through the settings or the options on the gimbal itself. You have the record or the take photo button here. It's the one with the red line. And over there, you have the mode button. If you see on the top here, you see a light with a letter on, and that shows the different mode you are in. As you push the button, it goes one forward. If you double tap, it goes back to the previous mode. One thing I noticed with this lighting here, it's very bad outside in a very sunny day. You can't see it at all. Here you have the joystick, and this joystick is omnidirectional. That means it can adjust different positions at the same time. So that's a nice feature. Over there you have the menu button. That's something that you use in the different applications that you use. You have the Sucami app and you have the StarCam app. You also have the Filmic Pro app that has been made cleared for this gimbal. I haven't been using it too much with this gimbal, so I'm not really sure of how good it is comparing with this gimbal. If we go up to the wheel here, there is something you can use in the applications by switching options, and also there is a flash that you can mount on the top of the gimbal here. It's magnetic, 300 lumen, and on the bottom here. All you have to do is use the magnetic attach and then push and hold in the flash button here, and it powers on the flashlight. And you just turn the wheel to adjust the strength of the light. So very nice. And then if we go to the right side here, you have the power button. Hold it in for 2 or 3 seconds and then it starts up. You have this FN button, works in the different applications. You just have to try. And then you have a mount hole for maybe an external mic, external arm, and then attach an external mic on that one. Go on the left side here, we have the focus and zoom wheel. Natively it's set on zoom. In the Sucami app, only the zoom option works, not the focus setting. To switch between focus and zoom, you have to push this red button here. In the Kami app, you push it and it goes to focus setting. And then here you have the connector for the USB-C charging, and you have the lock attachment for this motor here. Just switch it to the side. And then you have a control button here that you can double tap. It goes to selfie mode, double tap 3 times, it goes back. And if you hold it in, it goes into sports mode, and that's for quick movements. So if you are in one setting and you want to catch something and follow it real quickly, just push and hold. It goes into sport mode. So that was quickly the gimbal itself. Here we are inside the Zhiyun Sucami application. It's a very basic app, but we're gonna go through it very quickly. On the right side here, you have the settings, you have the video, you have the photo. If you go below there, there is 2 extra features, live streaming, and you have something called smart customization. Smart customization are templates that are finished for you. You just have to add the clips that you have been recording, and the application will make a video sequence for you. Then we go upwards. You have the panorama, and next one is the extra feature. You have the dolly zoom. You can see there on the screen what it does. It's a nice little effect that we can make in Premiere Pro or when we are out making the video. Then the next one is time lapse, and over there we have hyperlapse. So let's go back down to the video mode and then go over to the next side. You have the video slides, and then you have the side with record button there. If you look under the record button, you have a hand that is a gesture control that you do like this, and if you are alone, the video will start recording or the photo will be taken when you do that gesture. Over the record button you have the reverse camera if you want to do selfie, or the front camera, and if you want to go to the smart customization that I said, you can just push over there. Under the hand gesture you have the gallery that shows the videos and the photos you have been taken. In the top left corner it's the home button. If you push that, you leave the camera and go out in the open community where you see other videos that has been uploaded by other CGON Kami app users. Under there you have video settings, and here you can see the options that the S22 Ultra has until now. Samsung has still not given the third-party apps permission to use 60 FPS in 4K or in 1080. So that's on Samsung, not on the third-party apps. Not good. 24 FPS and 30 FPS, yes. And then we go below there. Glamour effects is just yeah, it's not anything you should consider if you want to make videos. It's more for fun. Under there we have shot, gimbal and general modes. If we are on shoot, we have flashlight, microphone, grid lines, white balance, gesture control, smart shooting, video anti-shake and experimental. The next is scene mode. You have walk mode. It's like if you're walking, the gimbal settings are set for that, but if you are on running, the gimbal will maybe stabilize it for running instead of walking. Then we have the modes, the pan follow mode, lock mode, POV, go mode and vortex mode. I already made a video for those different modes. You can look on the top corner there now and push that link, and you can see that video if you want to. Then you have zoom speed. It's how you want to speed the zoom in like this, or if you want to do it quickly, or if you want to do it more slowly for the cinematic effect. Then you have invert pan control, invert tail control. You just have to try those and see how you like the gimbal to react to your movement and the way you want to use the gimbal. And then you have the gimbal auto calibration. I advise you to do that every time you have mounted your smartphone, because the software will calibrate a little extra how the motors should use their force on the set mounted smartphone. That's quickly. You have here just some information and stuff. Just go in, look through it and get acquainted with it. This is the basic app, and then they have an application called StarCam. We're going to quickly go into that and look at that app as well. Now we are inside the StarCam app, and this is, as I said, a semi-professional application for videography. And as you can see here, there is a lot more options on the left side below here. You have the shutter, you have the ISO, and you have the white balance and the FPS options. But it is the same here. You can see on the frame rate all the way on the lowest part here, there says 60 FPS, but still it's not highlighted in white, so it's not available yet. On the top left here, you have the different lenses you can choose from on your smartphone. On the S22 Ultra, you have the ultra wide angle, telephoto, auto, and selfie mode. Selfie mode here is not highlighted, neither is the telephoto, so that says no-go. It's not available. So I guess that's on Samsung as well. Then you have on the middle part here, you have the zoom, and then you have the wheel on the gimbal that you can rotate and it zooms. On Starcam, if you push the red button that is on the gimbal, you get to the focus part and you can adjust the focus with the wheel on the gimbal. This option is not available in the Xedium Cam application. Then below here you have some LUTs. You can change the look on your video if you want to. So you see log, cinema, daily, film, and 709. I guess that's Rec 709. So you can play around and have some fun with the color grading in the video as you record it. Some of these options is paid options. You have to be a Prime member, and when I bought this gimbal I got a gold card and a code. But when I was trying to activate it, it was not possible. I got an error message. On the top right side, you have some settings. As you can see here, when you activated the gimbal together with your smartphone, you had to make a username and your password. And you can do that here by logging in after you activated it. Here we have the video and photos gallery. And not much more to it. You can activate the different grids, but you see they're not highlighted, so that means you have to be a Prime member. So again, all of these options you can actually get in another more professional applications. So I would actually use a different application than this. Quickly before we finish the video, if you buy the combo pack, you will get this flash as an extra in the bag here, and you can attach it very easily. It's magnetic and you just attach it to the top here. It's very strong, so it keeps staying there whenever you move up and down or left or right or whatever you do. It's very good. And as I said, to turn it on, all you have to do is hold the bulb button and it switches on. So then all you have to do is turn the wheel to get the strength that you like, and it's up to 300 lumen. So you can see here it's quite good, and it reacts very good to turning the wheel. Yeah, I think that was it. It's my first full video like this, so I hope it was somehow informational. And if you liked it, I would appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. I've been doing this for a couple of hours now, so my head is spinning. Anyways, I hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.